Oh, just 1 second. I consider this so this is showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour candle. On a 1-hour candle, a typical move is going to be anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. There are 3 sections to the chart. This middle section, which is the majors and minors. This top section, which is the TNTs. And this bottom section, which is the pressure. On this trade, I start with the middle section, and I am looking for situations where these lines, the red and green line is the major indicator, the black and gray is the minor indicator. I am looking for situations when we are below. What is this? Sorry, I keep getting these little notes here. So I'm looking for situations where we are what is going on? Sorry, let's see here. Where we are oversold. Oversold is when these lines are below the red. When the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. Likewise, we're looking for situations where the lines are above the blue line. When the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell, and we want the lines pointing down. So right now we're kind of in the middle of the channel, more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Euro dollar, we are oversold. Minors have entered the channel. Majors are going sideways, so we're going to hold off there. We want everyone in agreement. Same with the pound dollar. Minors have entered the channel. Majors are sideways. U.S. Canadian dollar, we just touched the overbought, and we've started coming down. We are this is a nice signal, but it is more than halfway. I want to catch the signal up here when it first materializes. We've been able to catch it when it first materialized. This is worth would have been worth 18 pips. Once it gets to the halfway point, I don't know how many pips are left in the move, so I prefer not to take it. I want to catch it on one end and ride it to the other end. So that's my preference in terms of the setup. So I wait till I see the setup that I want. Here, I don't know how much is left in the move, so I'm going to pass on it. USD Swiss franc. Overbought, everybody's going down, and I have the double cross where the red line is crossed over the green and the black line is crossed over the gray. Even though I have the 3 points that I'm looking for, 1 that we're overbought, 2 that the lines are going down, and 3 the red line and black line are on top, I'm not crazy about this signal. And the reason I'm not crazy about the signal is because we have this kink in the line. I care about the slope of the green line. And here there's a kink, so it's going from more steep to less steep. So that's a weak signal. I want it to go from less steep to more steep. So like over here, you can see it hadn't crossed yet, but this is less steep to more steep. So that's what I want, less steep to more steep, or just straight down. And the closer these lines are, the major indicator with the minor indicator, the stronger the signal. So this kind of bothers me. So I'm just gonna keep going and see if we find a better signal. We can come back to it at the end if we haven't found anything. US dollar yen oversold, still going down. but it looks like it's getting ready to turn. Do not anticipate what the indicators are going to do. Let the indicators do it, and then when you see it, trade on what you see, not what you think is going to happen. So I have cloned this chart and made a second chart that has just 6 different currency pairs. Here, these are non-US based pairs. Euro pound. We've got we're in the middle of the channel and we have conflict. The minors are going down, majors are kind of going up. Australian dollar, yen, oversold. Minors are going up, majors are kind of going sideways. I don't like the sideways move. The other thing I don't like is that this is evening time in both of these markets. I prefer not to trade when it's evening time in the markets because it takes longer for the trade to execute. I want to be able to get in and get out, and the best way to do that is when it is morning time in one of the markets. Euro, Canadian dollar, oversold and going down. Australian, New Zealand dollar approaching overbought. Again, I probably wouldn't trade this because we've got it's evening in both of those markets. Pound yen, oversold. Minors are going up, but not that steep. Majors are really sideways, so I'm going to pass. Euro, Australian dollar, oversold. Majors are going down, minors are going sideways, so nothing there. So let's go to the next group of 6. Again, just another pair of 6. The indicators work on any pair. Although I primarily trade the euro dollar, I've got no problem using the tool to take a trade on another pair when I see the setup. All right, Canadian dollar, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up, and I've got the double cross where the green is on top and the black is on top. And the slope of this is okay. Would I like it to be steeper? Yeah, but it's not bad. So I got 3 points here. When I have 3 points here with the majors and minors, I'm going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines are consistent with the buy signal that I'm seeing here. And the 2 orange lines are going up, which means buy. The dotted blue is coming down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. So 3 of the 4 lines here are telling me buy. I need a minimum of 3 of the 4 to tell me buy. So I have that here. So when I have part 1 and part 2, then I am going to jump down to the pressure, and I am looking for the pressure to either be going up or I want the green line on top, and I have that. So I've got 3. I get confirmation from each of the sections of the chart. If I can get confirmation from each of the sections of the chart, that is a high probability trade because each of the sections are measuring something different, and now they're kind of all aligned. So when they are all aligned, then what I do is I want to confirm the setup, and to confirm the setup, I am going to look at a full chart, and this is the Canadian dollar yen, and it is a buy. I'm just writing this down so I can remember. And so I'm going to open up a full chart. A full chart has multiple time periods on it of the same pair. So CAD, JPY. And what I'm looking for is on the 2 and the 4 hour, I want to see that we are oversold. Doesn't necessarily have to be going up. I just want to see that we're oversold, because if this weakens, or changes, I will still get the trade. If we're oversold here, it's just going to take longer to materialize. So here we're oversold. The lines are all going down. They haven't committed to going up yet. That is okay. As long as we're oversold, at some point they will turn. And also on the 4-hour, oversold. Minors are sideways, majors, they're both sideways. Here we get the red line over the top on the pressure. Here it's down pressure with the green line on top. So I look for this for support. If on the 2 or the 4-hour it looked like this, like on the day chart where everybody's going down, overbought and going down, I wouldn't take it. But on the 2 and the 4-hour, if we're oversold, I think we can get this little move here. So I like the setup. So if I like this setup, the next thing I want to do is I want to figure out what the trade is worth. So unlike the trades we show you in the trial, where they're based on a formula that if you see this, it's worth this much. This trade requires a little analysis to figure out what it's worth. So what I'm going to do is actually just look at a full chart and with just the candles on it, and I'm going to drop some support and resistance on there. So let's go ahead and put CAD, JPY. I am going to pull this up. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. I want to know where those are because I don't want to trade through those spots because it just takes longer to execute. My objective is to get in and get out. And if I know where they tend to stop, oops. Let me see. I want this a little further down, I think. So right in here it stops, right in here it stops, in here it stops a little bit. I'm going to put one above and one below. And on a Euro USD, these tend to be about 30 pips apart, 30, 40 pips apart. So right in here it stops, in here it stops. Let's get one up here. What's going on? Come on. Right in here it's stopping a little bit. In here it's stopping a little bit. So let's open this up so we can see it a little bit better. So I want to know what the trend is. The trend is which direction the market has been moving at for the last little bit. And it was going, so here it was going down. Here it was going up. And this appears the last 2 days to be in a downtrend. So we're looking at taking a buy into a downtrend. So I'm going to take less pips than I might normally take because I'm trading against the trend. The trend is our friend. So I want to know how many pips I have to each of these lines. So here I've got about, is that right? Holy smokes, that's way too much. Why is it? Oops, let's put this here and get rid of it. That my support and resistance are too far away. So I'm going to draw another line in here. Oh no, you know what? Hold on a second. Yes, I like this as the support resistance. And I just want to see again how much distance we have here. Why is it not? This is going to piss me off here. You know what? I'm going to move this out of the way because I think it's interfering with my ability to catch this guy. Measure. All right, so that's 40 pips. I was thinking it was 400 pips, but with the yen, it moves over a decimal. So we got 20 pips down and 40 pips up. 20 pips down and 40 pips up. Trading against the trend. Let me see where. $17 pips. $16 pips. We go halfway. I think taking half of it would be okay. Let's just go back and double check the signal. So around 15 pips. So to go back and check the signal. CAD, oops, come on. CAD, JPY. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a buy on the CAD JPY for 15 pips. So you can do it on your simulator, or you can do it on your MetaTrader 4. So I'm going to open up the chart, new chart, CAD, JPY. It's not in the second group, it should be in this third group right here. I'm going to make it a 1 hour chart. We've got about a pip and a half spread, which is okay for a 15 pip trade. So then I'm going to go to the second row, go to new order. I am going to check CAD JPY. I've got $7,800 in this account. It's a demo account, so I'm going to take a lot size of 0.78. And I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit. I am going to go ahead and just click buy. Once it's recorded, I am going to click anywhere along the line, right click, go to modify or delete. 15 pips is 150 points. If I put 150 in here and click copy, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a, tell you what, we'll use a 3-to-1 here. So we'll go with 450 or 45 pip stop loss. Again, I click the red button, does the math for me. Then I click this modify button, and it's going to put the number in there. I want to see that we have our stop loss on there, and I think we're good. So we've taken a buy on the Canadian dollar yen CAD/JPY with a take profit of 104.631, 104.631, and a stop loss of 104.208, 104.208. And let's just take a look at the signal one more time, and just so we can get a, so the signal is weakened a little bit because we have this kink in the line. But on the 2-hour, this was going down before, it's now going up, and this is still going sideways. So I think we'll be okay. It's going to probably take close to 3 hours for it to close. It's going to take about 3 hours for it to close. Let's see if we have any questions. All right, gang, no questions. We will see you on Monday evening again, 6:30 Monday evening. We will do it again. Glad you are here. We are very interested. Our goal is always to give far more value than what we charge. The tools work. They're very effective. And we come on here every day and show you that. All right, gang. Thanks so much. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.